This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Tretch in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Hope everybody had a great weekend. We here. We ready to go. Do our thing. We just wanted to take some time today and do some current events, things that are going on all across the nation, man. People are talking about. And we're going to talk about them here on the show. So I can't segue to none of my people right now because none of my people are here. But it's cool. We're going to talk about it. We're going to do it. I put something out. I don't be popping on now all late and stuff. Anyway, put something out there. You know, I've been doing some more because a lot of people have been asking me to do these motivational moments. And started putting some out. I got some flack on one of them when and I think I spoke on it on a live. Got some flack on it, and ironically, it was about love. It was about being telling someone that I love you, but being able to tell them, being that person that can tell them, you know, you can. Anybody spits those three words out all the time, okay? But are you? I forgot the words I was going to use, but do you deserve to use those words at the moment? You know, loving someone is not just an action; it's an emotion. You know, and you gotta do it right. You gotta earn the right to tell somebody that you love them and for them to believe it and to understand and to receive it properly. And if you're not doing all of that, then you're just saying some words. Everybody say what's up to myself.
Hello. Yeah, that's true. You got to be able to back up what you're saying because
you gotta own it right.
Yeah, well, people always tell everyone, you know, they love them. But then there are different definitions of love. What type of love? I tell my family, my grandkids every day that I love them. But that's a different love when you're in a romantic relationship. And it's a lot to that. It's a lot to that. If your actions aren't backing it up, you know,
Yeah.
and then if it's someone who's been traumatized in previous relationships, or whether it's family or a romantic relationship, they might have PTSD when it comes to hearing that word love, because, you know, what's love got to do with it? It might have been an abusive relationship. I know someone who said she was taught that if your man does not beat you, he doesn't truly love you. And that's straight up lunacy to me. Yeah, well.
It's me, you know, like I said, a lot of those things that I do put out there for those motivational moments is stuff that I've lived and stuff that I've made mistakes on, that I've learned at an old age, things that I should not have done. And, you know, I put it out there just to cleanse myself, but I got some flack on that. It's like a couple of exes was like, well, that ain't you. I said, well, you don't know me now. So to say that's
And that
not
could be,
me,
yeah.
yeah, that's a different story. But I'm not telling you, I'm not trying to get you. I'm not telling you that I love you. I mean, I love everyone. I love everyone.
Mhm.
But that, as Marcy said, there's a different kind of love when it comes to relationships, things of that nature. So
Yeah.
anybody that I'm involved with, I have to earn the right to say that I love you and be believed. You know, you can say it all day long and they can say, okay, yeah. And then sometimes the man gets mad because you don't say it back. All right. Well, you haven't earned that right. So she doesn't have to say it back to you.
And you know what? That goes both ways. That actually goes both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes both ways. Where if you're the first one saying that, and then the other person doesn't tell you back, it's like, but that's a part of being in a relationship. Sometimes you're more into it than the other person. Sometimes you're feeling it and you're all in, and the other one might not be all in. And that's when communication comes in, trust, and things of that nature.
And that's when sometimes you just got to go and create the actions that are going to make that person believe you, understand that you're being truthful. And then maybe then you'll get the response that you are expecting. I love you back, you know. But neither that here nor there. We talking about news today. I don't know where the rest of them are at.
I was just here to ask you that. Where is the crew?
I don't know. It's
But
all
that's
good.
okay. They got us, so we're
It's all
good.
good. So first one I want to do, man, look, this has been going on for quite some time, and I'm so glad that finally he had an opportunity to speak. You know, Mr. Jamie Foxx, he's in the movie called They Clone Tyrone. All right, and people saw that visual right there and said, "That's not him." They said, "Is he doing this because of the movie? You know, was all of this set up because of the movie?"
Wow.
Clearly, the man was ill. All right, and there was a picture that they put out on the internet where they had him before all of that and that picture there, and I'm like, well, if the man went through what he went through, yes, he lost some weight. You know what I mean? He had to have lost some weight.
Yeah.
And I don't. When you get to a celebrity, certain level of celebrity status, you're subject to all kind of ridicule, all kind of backlash, all kind of everything. You're subject to that. So the way that his situation was handled to me was excellent. You know, it wasn't all the way out there. And then he had an opportunity to speak on it. And I'm going to play a portion of that. I'm going to bring Gina on.
Your updates, but to be honest with you, I just didn't want you to see me like that, man. You know, I want you to see me laughing, having a good time, partying, cracking a joke, doing a movie, television show. I didn't want you to see me with tubes running out of me and trying to figure out if I was gonna make it through. I went to hell and back, and my road to recovery had some potholes as well. But I'm coming back, and I'm able to work. So I want to thank the people that let me work, and I just want to say that I love everybody, and I love all of the love that I got.
And that's just a portion of the post that he put out there. And I don't know, and they said that was a clone, you know.
You know what? People are going to say crazy things regardless. I like how he and his family and his crew, like you said, handled it. Sometimes when you're really going through, you don't want all of the negativity put in the atmosphere, even though they did put a lot of negativity in the atmosphere. But if it's a family member or something, and something is being put out there that's not true, before someone can get to a family member and they're like, well, wait a minute, what just happened? You know, I like how he did that. I'm real funny like that a lot. Like if I have family members that get upset when they find out later that I've been in the hospital, And I'm like, well, there was really nothing you can do at that point. Those who needed to know knew what was happening. And then I'll let you know once. You don't want anyone to see you like that. You don't want anyone to start again talking ill of you. Well, she's dying. Oh, look at her. You know, and I've seen families do that and just talk and, you know, and stress out that person even more. But you can tell he's been through something traumatic. You can tell.
But your medical information is private anyway.
Boom.
You know, and so I don't know why people feel like because he's who he is, he should disclose his medical information.
We don't have
let the man get well. Like, you know, you don't need all that stress when you going through stuff like that.
Right, right.
But you know what? It's and what you're saying is absolutely true. But here's the thing: when you're in the public eye, you're subject to anything. You're subject to any kind of ridicule, lies, all of that, and everybody knows that. And as we can see, you know, Jamie didn't have to. He didn't have to come on and say anything. You know what I mean? But he chose to just say, "Hey, look, this is what's going on." And there was one where, and like I said, I want to play a portion of it. There's a portion of that statement that he made where he said, "No, I'm not a clone," basically, and he started doing this because he's heard it all.
He was being that jokester that he is.
He's heard it all. He's gone through it. And
they cloning him now. Oh my gosh. People come up with all kind of stuff. I'm sorry.
And then people latch on to it. And even though some people try to say, why are they doing this? Why are you posting it that he is a clone? You know, you're just as bad as they are if you share that mess.
And I was just saying, then they start sharing it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a clone. You know that was a clone. Well, you know this, you know, and it spread like wildfire. It's crazy.
Let that man breathe, y'all.
I'm telling you.
Now, if you really want to clown somebody and tell some stories, let's talk about Carlee Russell.
Oh, Lord.
Let's talk about Carlee Russell.
You said Lord. With the T, the Medea way.
With the T.
Okay.
So this chick, and yeah, y'all can try to politically correct me if you want to, but this chick, she's a nursing student, and she claimed that she was abducted. I'm sorry, after spotting a toddler along a busy highway, and then she turns around and say, "Oops, I'm sorry, I made up."
Yeah, I'll forgive. But you know what? When that story first came out, my sister called me and she was like, "Did you hear about the young lady that got kidnapped?" And oh my God, I said, "She lying." I read that story and it immediately hit me. This was so much untruth to it. First of all, what 3-year-old do you know that's going to walk on the shoulder of the highway and not go out into traffic? A 3-year-old doesn't know danger. You're not going to get a 3-year-old to stay on the shoulder of the road. That was the first thing. I was like, unless the child is strapped in a chair or something, they don't know that they're going to get hit by a car. That was the first thing. And then she said, they played with my hair. Heifer, you left your hair in the car. So what are you talking about? And then the kidnapper's going to drop her off close to her parents? Oh my gosh. It was just so much untruth to that. It was ridiculous.
She was good though. So her lawyer made a statement. There was no kidnapping on Thursday, July the 13th. My client did not see a baby on the side of the road. And he read it at a news conference. And she didn't leave the city. She acted alone. The boyfriend wasn't a part of that. I mean, there was somebody that did something like that before, I think a few years back, and they got 18 months in jail. They're debating whether or not they should.
They should, and they should look at the parents as well, because those parents got up there in front of everybody and they're crying and, oh, she got kidnapped. Oh, she was in such a bad way that I had to step back and let the EMT do their job and this. And I kind of get it. They want to believe their daughter, but pretty sure there was a 50-50 thing going on with the parents with, I want to believe her, but I'm not too sure my daughter's telling the truth. But you got all this money from GoFundMe,
$62,000 in
and you're
donations.
saying you're not going to give it back. They should have charges brought against them as well.
$62,000 in donations.
Okay, can
Yes.
I jump in here? I'm like double dutch. I'm ready to get in here. Okay.
Get in there.
Number one, you know I'm an advocate for mental illness.
Straight
up. For someone, for as far as what did you do the disclaimer?
I did.
Okay. Someone that's a little familiar with those with the mental illness. This to me smells of that. Someone who wants so much attention that they would lie, have people, okay, hold up, Gina, because narcissism.
I haven't said anything.
No, you said
I'm waiting.
But narcissism is also, part of, you can put kind of like under the umbrella of that. All mental illness is not like bipolar, schizophrenia, people just talking to themselves. There is some type of disorder for as far as, things that I would say and have seen, for someone to feel that they have to go through all of this to not tell the truth, and you're putting your family through turmoil. You're putting other people through that. You have a lot of people that are out here praying for you, looking for you, upset, stressing. And then you just walk back in the door. And for me, you guys know who I am. What I'm saying is, for those that were praying for her return, need to continue to pray for her mental well-being, the family, because if the family even had a little inkling that, hey, there was something mentally possibly wrong with her, or, something just wasn't there, and they went along with it even afterwards. Because like you said, Gina, they're like, oh, her mental health was just, all over the place. And it could have been, because if she's lying, and I'm saying if, because I'm not there, I'm not her, I don't know all the, just even to be able to come back, like, oh my goodness, this ballooned more maybe than what I thought it would, be. But now here I got to come back and say, hey, I didn't tell the truth. And now you got to get her to deal with it. Now, if it was just straight out, just, I'm just a liar, I'm a habitual liar, I just wanted, whatever. I think there should be some type of discipline, because if there's not, and people, oh, well, I need some attention. Oh, they got, what you say, $62,000? $63,000. Oh, she did. Well, nothing happened to her. It happened to the celebrity out here, because it was more, out there because he was a celebrity. But you know what? Maybe I can get 63,000. Let me see what I can do. So something need to be done, definitely, to curtail others from doing that.
Yeah, it's
but still, look, I still say there's something mental there, I believe.
I believe she just downright lied, and she just tried to cover it up. Mental illness just don't happen in one episode.
She wanted
and that's what I'm saying, because you don't know her background. I don't know. Greg, you don't know. So that's what I'm saying. We're
not going to blame everything on mental illness every time somebody does something like this.
No, we're not. But we don't know. We don't know the whole.
Well, guess what? Since we don't know, we're going to have to go by what we do know. And she's not talking. So she better open her mouth and talk.
Wait a minute.
I didn't keep up with it. I thought her
she's saying a lot.
And she's
saying some things, okay? But the things she's saying leads us to believe she's just lying.
Oh, she's not saying what happened in those 49 hours. All she's saying right now is that she lied and that she want everybody to forgive her.
Well, she told.
Okay, so if you kidnapped, you mean to tell me you're not gonna be? I'm gonna be. Yeah, he was this, he was that. They took me. I'm not gonna say leave me alone. I need some space. I'm not gonna say that if I'm kidnapped.
Okay. See,
I haven't. She has spoken on it. But through her lawyer, of course. She said a man came out of the trees, said he was checking on the baby, picked her up and took her over to a fence into a car. And I'm reading this from the internet. She said the next thing she remembered was being in the trailer of an 18-wheeler and that there was a female whose voice she heard, but who she didn't see. She told detectives she could hear a baby crying and that the male had orange hair. Let's start with the bullshit now, okay? Then she told cops she fled from the pair, but then was recaptured. She says they blindfolded her, but didn't tie her up because they didn't want to leave compression marks, okay? She also told the police that the pair made her strip and photographed her body, but said they did not physically or sexually abuse her. And the cops said the cell phone data shows Miss Russell traveled 600 yards, only 600 yards, while she was on the phone to the police saying she was following the child.
And that how many football fields did they say 600 yards is? 6 football fields. A toddler
on the phone
traveling 6 football fields.
Okay. All right.
See, you got to follow it all, Marcy.
I don't want to follow. I don't want to follow.
But you can't take a piece out and say mental illness, and that also puts a dark shadow over people that do have mental illness. In my opinion,
said it could possibly be. That's something else we need.
And I could possibly be a gorilla.
Yeah, you
possibly.
But if it was mental illness, why isn't she telling what happened in those 49 hours?
But check this out. In the days before her disappearance, they saw that she searched whether or not she had taken. Can you pay for an Amber Alert search? Do you have to pay for an Amber Alert search?
Oh, okay.
She searched on her phone how to take money from a register without being caught, and searched for a one-way bus ticket from Birmingham to Nashville.
Let me give my theory. That's what my theory comes from, that one-way ticket. Mm-hmm. This is what I think, and I might be wrong, but this is what I was thinking when I heard all of this. Mm-hmm. Old girl met somebody online. Oop. She came up with this story to run off with this guy. And then she had to make up one. She got a boyfriend. She had to find out a way to get away from this boyfriend. And I don't think she was running off with. I thought she was probably going on a rendezvous and wanted to be gone a certain amount of time. So she came up with this story. Little did she think that this story was going to go national. Not for this little old Carlee in this little old town that nobody knows, and it blew up.
She didn't have to lie, though. That's the thing.
Once it blew up, she had to lie.
Yeah, okay.
Just go on your rendezvous.
She had to lie.
Wow.
But she had to get away. What was she going to tell her boyfriend she's at for the 2, 3, 4, 5 days?
Okay.
What was she going to tell her parents?
Here's the odd part, too. Her boyfriend's sticking by her side.
I didn't think he was when he deleted all of her pictures of her and him off his social media.
This dude
I thought he had kicked her to the curb, but he wants some of that $63,000. Stop.
So who got the $63,000? The parents or Carlee?
They set up a GoFundMe in her name.
Okay, now but for GoFundMes, if they find that there's some fraud in there, don't they shut that down and try to get people? So they might.
But right now, they're saying right now the police have not. Their GoFundMe is saying they see no reason to refund the money.
Right.
But are they going to give it to them, or are they going to give it to like a nonprofit?
It's already theirs.
Oh, they already have it.
GoFundMe, you cash out just like Cash App. You cash out, you get your money.
It's already theirs.
Wow.
So now, like Gina said, I mean, the parents got to be responsible.
That's what I said, because the parents got on there and they cried, and mama cried, and they talked about how beat up she was and how she was this and that. When look, you came back with money in your sock. Who does that?
Yeah,
you came back with money in your sock. So these people are coming up off of this lie.
So you think that they're part of it?
Who was the anonymous caller who called in and said they saw a gray car and a man standing by her car? Somebody did. They did not know. They could not find out who the anonymous caller was.
I'm gonna tell you,
it was a male.
I don't think the parents were involved at the beginning, but once they accepted that money, once they started getting that money for the search, that's when they became involved. All right. And
Mhm.
I'm
I
quite
agree.
sure that she probably called them once everything started going through. And she probably called them and told them, you know, I've gone too far with this and this and that. And mom and dad, you know, they probably played their role too
He's come
afterwards, not in the
home.
beginning.
That's what I think. I
Wow.
think after the fact, they want to stick by her side. My daughter just raised us $63,000.
Yeah.
They want to stick by her side, and that's their daughter. They wanted to believe it was the truth, but I kind of felt like when the mom was talking, she didn't wholeheartedly believe that her daughter
Mm.
got kidnapped. I really don't. All
I
she
don't
kept
think she
saying
believed the
was,
mom.
we can't talk about the case. We can't talk about the case.
So you're saying you think she was crying because they got caught?
Yeah.
The mom,
Pretty much.
she played that role. I think she started at that point. I think at that point she really didn't know if that her daughter was lying, but she didn't really believe her either. But she was giving her the benefit of the doubt. That's what I think.
So the only one that's not culpable in this whole situation is the boyfriend. The boyfriend is like,
Maybe not.
Who was
can't
the
take care.
person that called in and made that anonymous call?
And you're saying he's still backing her, even though it's like, oh, all of this is a lie.
She wasn't no ugly
You know
girl. I
what?
mean,
I honestly don't believe he was. Why did you take all of your pictures down of her on your social media, other than you were gonna kick her to the curb? But I'm
Or
thinking
you
that now
found
he
out the
see.
truth. Or you
I
found
think
out
that
that
now that he sees she
it was
getting this
with somebody else.
$63,000, he not going anywhere.
it's only but it's only 63,000. That's gonna last you what, 2 weeks?
2 seconds.
Hey, that may be more than Carlee ever had.
But you know how some people, I got to get me a new car and I got to get me, some Nikes, some Jordans, whatever that is, some shoes.
Work for it. Work for
Yeah.
it. Shout out to
They
Maurice
I
Mo,
I
who out there in
I
Texas.
believe the police are gonna make her tell what happened in those 49 hours. That's a big question mark right there.
But will
Where
she
were
How do
get,
you
you
know it's going to be the
if
truth?
you didn't
She's
get
lying already.
kidnapped? Where were you for 49 hours?
time for this?
She should get something. She should
I
get
don't
something.
not community service. You just cost you just cost
That's a lot of
taxpayers
money.
some money,
So that's where that $63,000 can go.
to the taxpayers,
No, not the tax. Well, no.
to the
Attorney?
police, to everybody that
Attorney?
went out there, and I mean, but that the $63,000 is probably spent too. Ain't no telling, So I mean,
But it casts a shadow on the real Black women that are really
yeah,
missing.
and see that's
And
and see, that's the
a
point.
lot of the agencies are saying they don't want this to take us 10 steps back.
Backwards.
And to I think it was Marcy's point. And if you want to throw the mental illness in there, right? And if that's what they're saying about this lady now, it throws a shadow on whether or not you should be, will mental illness be an excuse?
Excuse, yeah.
And I'm like,
and then if someone is calling that's really in need, let's say sex trafficking,
yeah,
will you be believed? Because
Absolutely.
there's just another one of her, doing the same
There's
thing.
another hoax.
Yep.
And
That's
then
what's so scary about things of this nature, because it's like, okay, is it the boy crying wolf again?
yeah.
You just don't know.
Here's the sad part about all of this, and I hate to say it like this, okay, but the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV live are not necessarily views of Dope Living TV as affiliates. She's a Black woman, and she's Black. See, this is the stuff we don't do. Like if I had the show back then when the sniper dude was in the trunk killing people, I'm like, come on, dude, we don't do that. Black people don't do that. We don't do this, y'all. Damn, we don't do this. Black people think. Little girl.
Yeah.
Anyway, Carlee Russell.
Crazy. The whole thing is crazy. Yeah.
Praying for the families, praying for everybody who's involved. I'm praying that y'all don't do that stuff again. That's what I'm praying for.
Yeah.
Making a mockery of everything. And then it made, hey, national news. Come on, man. Glennis, what's up, sis? She
didn't think it was going to make national news.
Integrated ignorance. Yes, absolutely. Again, shout out to Mo. He out there in Texas, man, on vacation.
Mo, and that heat.
Yes, sir. Which is the next subject I wanted to talk about too. Okay, Quincy Allen, what's going on, bro? Hope everything's going well, man. Since your debut here on Dope Living TV Live, man. Hey, the heat.
Mm. Mm.
That heat is something else. And anytime, if anyone that's watching wants to comment on anything that we're talking about today, we're just
Please do.
talking about
Yes.
hot topics, man. Basically, okay. And you know what? If you got a business out there that you want, got some things going on, you can always on every show, you can always just say, "Hey, man, can you say something about this? Can you say something about that?" We'll be more than happy to do that as well. But the heat is actually it's getting. Somebody said, and I heard it on the news. In Texas, 102, 103, that's normal, all right? But continuously daily, it goes up. Maurice said it's 103 in the shade. It goes up. So that starts to affect people, okay? What would you guys do if that happened in the Midwest?
I would have to stay on the inside. Today, my car said it was 91 degrees. And for me,
you speak to your car?
Shut up. For me, actually I do. But for me, it was wiping me out. Just from the grocery store, and I park right at the door in the handicap, to my car. That wiped me out. And for those that have certain illnesses, and not only that, they don't say pollution anymore, but that's what it is. And the air quality.
Yeah.
People with illnesses. Only thing I can say is try to stay in, but then we got to look at the people that are homeless, that are out there. You have shelters like they do the warming centers in the winter. It's bad. It's bad.
It is bad.
Well, bro, we would have to readjust our lives.
Yeah.
My daughter lives in Vegas. It gets 110, 120 all the time. They don't come out during the day. They do all their errands once the sun goes down. So we would have to adjust the way we do things. Instead of going out early in the day at 10 a.m., you may be going out at 6 or 7.
Yep.
Take care of business. But we have to address the issue of why the earth is getting so hot.
Climate change.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you saw the information that they're talking about now. They're talking about putting up these shades over the sun to block the sun rays from the earth. That's on the table right now, and it's being debated because some people are saying, how can we play God? How do you determine who gets the shade and who doesn't?
What do you mean putting shades over the sun? The sun will burn.
You're gonna fly somebody up there, and
they're gonna block the sun from hitting the earth in certain areas, certain parts of each country. And that's the other thing. They're saying that some countries may, start hogging it where they're blocking more of the sun. It's going to be a big mess, and a lot of people are saying they're trying to control the climate, but they're saying it's going to backfire because countries don't work together. And so who's going to determine who gets the shade and who doesn't? And not only that, but now you're starting to do some man-made stuff. They don't know what the repercussions are going to be.
Right.
How is it going to affect plant life and animal life and the sea life? They don't know any of that. But that is their solution that they're trying to come up with. That's one of the solutions to help to keep the earth from burning the way it is, because we burning up, y'all.
Yeah. But you don't think about that stuff until somebody puts it out there, though. It's hot, all right, and you just suffer through it. But in reality, the earth is starting to move really close to the sun. Period. The whole entire earth. Now, talking about changing the climate, all right, that's just gonna mess up everybody. Okay, so you want to put this shade up when it's supposed to be hot here. So you're gonna what? You're gonna measure the amount of shade that you put on this place and that? You're going to cause winter to come earlier. You're going to, what do you do? What do you do?
And that's the controversy right there. You're going to put who in charge of this?
Yeah.
To determine what will the areas with the poor population,
the highest crime rate.
They get all the heat and they burn up, and we get rid of them that way. It's a lot of controversy.
Maurice says, I think solar power will be a part of that because the panels do reflect a lot of sun. I think just leave it alone. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it.
You know what? I'm looking at this now. The idea involves pumping sun-blocking particles into the upper atmosphere. This process of stratospheric aerosol injection would involve plane spraying and aerosol. Hold on, doggone it.
Okay, then our respiratory.
It's an aerosol. It's an aerosol. So now we're looking at chemicals being sprayed up into the atmosphere.
But of course, they're gonna say it's cool. They're gonna say it's okay. Nothing will happen.
And again, they don't know what the repercussions are. What's going to happen after it comes back down to earth, or people inhale it. They don't know any of that. Or if you block out the sun completely, they don't know any of that.
No, it's sulfur dioxide. Sulfur dioxide is what they're talking about. And I'm reading, it's a toxic gas responsible for the odor of burnt matches. It's okay. Now it is released naturally by volcanic activity, but it's a toxic gas.
Okay, they can put that in China. We good.
Oh,
put in Russia. My.
Oh,
I'm just
saying.
The
views expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates.
They're my views.
People have to start care more about our earth.
Yes.
They have to start realizing, and it's so much that I see that sometimes it just irks me. And I'm not one of those green people, but I do care about what I do. I don't litter. I don't throw, trash on the ground. I don't throw things in the ocean. I try to do my part as much as I can. I don't use aerosol sprays, things like that. The little things that I can do, I try to control it. But we all got to do it. We all have to do it, not just a few. We've been talking about this. They've been talking about this for, I don't know. It seemed like I was in junior high school when they were saying, pretty soon the earth is going to get so hot we can't live on it because of all the things we're doing on earth.
Mm-hmm.
We have to take responsibility in that and stop trying to put a Band-Aid on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
a lot of it has to do with money as well.
Yep.
A lot of it has to do with money. Who's going to get money? Okay, so if I do this for you, what are you going to do over here for me? So it's a lot of greed that has a lot to do with this as well, as far as trying to get it fixed and coming up with solutions. Because a lot of times people, and what we're all bad about, people in general. Hey, we got this problem. We got this problem. But no one wants to talk about actual solutions. Correct.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, man.
The people with the money
solutions.
They're planning their escape, y'all. Don't think they not. They trying to find a way to live on the moon. They trying to find a way to live in the ocean. They probably got some bunkers somewhere.
A lot of them do. Yeah, a lot of them do.
So that when it happens,
they've done that for nuclear war bunkers.
Underground.
Which would you rather do though? Because we see that if you get underwater and you're not properly ready, you will implode. All of that, the weight of that water is going to come down and it's just going to explode everything. Okay, you go up to Mars or in the space and this and that. It's a possibility the same thing can happen. That atmospheric pressure can get you too. What do we do if we can't live here?
Pray.
We got to take care of here. We have to take care of here.
So, Greg,
they're destroying the Amazon. The Amazon is our nucleus.
Amazon is charging extra though, ain't they?
Not Amazon.
You know what? Shut up.
Get out of here.
She said Amazon, Maurice. The only Amazon I know. I don't know, Marcel, in answer to your question. I don't know. You know what? I I'm a prayerful person, and I just live day to day. I never think about these things that go. I rarely even watch the news anymore. All right, because I don't want to hear the bad. You know, like I said, I've developed a semblance of peace. That's what dope living means. Good living. I've developed a semblance of peace. Okay, so I think that if everybody developed or adhered or subscribed to the dope living lifestyle. Matter of fact, if you go to Dope Living TV Live page, that can be the start of a great life for you. Go to the page, subscribe, everybody.
Dope
And
Living Entertainment.
yes, go there and subscribe.
But you know something? In Europe, they don't allow the newspapers to put bad news, negative news in their papers.
Good.
They don't allow it.
We should do that.
And Greg, to what you just said, we have, you can't just like put your head in the sand, and that's what a lot of people do. And that's why so much is happening, because we need to stand up and start fighting for things that's going on here on earth. And period.
You know what? Will that happen in my lifetime as far as a perfect? Ain't going to happen. All right, I just hope that my son and my son's sons and my son's son's sons are able to carry on.
It's going to get worse.
No daughters?
She said no daughters. I don't, and my daughter as well. Anyway, man, what you guys got? We got, well, wait a minute. I got to do the life coach moment, and I got to load it. I got it, but I just got to load it.
You got to load it.
Yeah, so let me find it first before I say go ahead and talk about it. Okay, there you go. Go ahead. Somebody say it.
Okay, at this point, we're going to redirect, regroup, and refocus with a life coach, Jeff Relaford.
I might do the music.
Life coach Jeff coming to you with another 1 minute thought. So listen, for today's 1 minute thought, I want you all to keep this in a perspective. Remember, life is only what you choose to make it. Okay? I'm tired of just watching people around always saying, woe is me, always sulking, always doing all this stuff. Yo, a lot of times you have to be adaptable. You have to learn how to pick yourself up while you are in the mud, right? While you are in the mud to make everything shake in your life. Now, look, I'm going to tell you this. I know there have been times when I've made up excuses. There are times now when I still make up excuses. There are times now when I still don't feel like doing the things that I have to do. There are times when I still don't feel like rolling out of bed, looking at everything, man, because sometimes things don't look the way that I want them to look. But let me tell you something, though. Regardless of how it looks, I still have to push forward. I still have to press toward that mark of the higher calling, because I know what God has purposed me to do. So I challenge you today. If you know that God has purposed you to do something, or if you know that you are on this earth for more than what you are here for currently, I suggest that you learn how to pick yourself out of the mud. Do not sulk. Do not say, woe is me. And remember, God got you. Redirect, regroup with the 1 minute thought. I messed that up. Whatever. Y'all know how it goes. Life coach Jeff Relaford. Remember, redirect, regroup, refocus. I love y'all.
Well, I don't have to feel bad anymore.
Oh, that's the music. I was like, what is he doing?
What did you think I was doing? That's the music. I ain't have it ready. Anyway, hey man, it does not seem that that 45 minutes went by that quick.
No, you see, you said I did. I'm like, wait, what?
Well, about 40 minutes for me.
Well, let's what happened, Gina?
Yeah, I want to really talk about, because when we do relationships, we have questions like
So you're not going to even answer my question?
Huh? What you talking about?
What happened? You were late.
Oh, I don't have to answer to you.
see what happened. Come on now.
Got the boo-boo.
Let me talk about Gilgal. Is that his name? Gilgal? Now, the only thing I really want to point on is his wife leaving him, his wife divorcing him. Because we ask this question a lot of times during our relationship roundtable. Mm-hmm. We ask, if you found out your husband or your significant other is a serial killer, would you stick by them?
No.
You did ask that.
We did ask it. Some people said yes because it's in the past. They've changed. They're new. You know, you can't hold a person's past against them.
Mm-hmm.
But she's divorcing her husband. But the vows say for better or worse. This is worse.
She said, "Damn that." She said, "Nope." She did one of these numbers. She said, "No."
Do y'all think she wrong for leaving?
No, not at all. Look, there was something I saw on some. It was a comedy show, but still, I felt it. This lady's husband went to jail, and she was cheating on him, of course. Okay, but he went to jail for 20 years. Well, he got sentenced to 20 years. And as soon as he got sentenced, she called the other dude and was like, "Hey, man, look, he ain't going to be back for 20 years, so we good. We can go ahead and do our thing, all right?" I don't think she's wrong. Hey, look, if he's going to do some time, all right? So what are we waiting on? We're gonna be cool so that their mental can be all good and this and that. You already messed up, bruh. You should have did it in the first place. You know what you got here. What are you doing over there? You know what I'm saying? So lady, do your thing. Divorce, move on. He'll get out in 20-some years. What are you gonna do? Hit you with his cane? You know what I'm saying? Throw his dentures at you? What? He can't do nothing. He's done.
You know, some women will stick by their man's side, though.
Yeah, they will.
Glenna said, "Nope. Thank you. Thank you, sis." She said, "Nope."
Look, I'm with her.
No.
Serial killer, no.
What are you doing? Why would you?
But
I'm
listen,
gonna be faithful. Forget all that.
I have to say this, Marcy, to your what you just said. They have not found him guilty yet. So he's being condemned even before. So I'm just saying. I'm just looking at it like that. He has not been convicted. He's not been found guilty.
But do they have a lot of evidence already?
They have evidence.
They got something on him, okay? Because he hasn't bailed out, okay? So they got something on him. He in jail.
So if that ever, well, not with Robert, that's my brother, but if that had ever happened with Gina, so then what we just need, when she disappeared, we just need to look in the backyard.
Hola, my hey.
Hola. Oh, hey, Bella.
I'm saying, man, seriously. Okay, Glenn has said a serial killer. I would be scared to close my eyes. But okay, I'm understanding that, okay, but right now.
But they were together for what, 20-something, close to 30 years?
But are they saying that are they saying he murdered these people during that time?
No. Well, yeah. Some of them, yeah.
27 years, something like that. But
so you really don't know. So if he did this during the time he was with her, she really don't know him. He's not the one who she got married to. That was fraud.
I'll tell you this. This will speak for itself. That's that dude there. Look at that face. Look at them eyes. Okay, I'm done. You're gone. Okay, sorry.
What he look like?
Yes, you did it.
He looked like the guy driving the what do we call him? The abduction van.
The white van.
The white van with the windows blacked out, or they got curtains on them. You can't see inside at all.
Yeah, that's the dude. So, lady, whatever your name is, lady, wait. I will admonish you on this. Wait until you know in your heart and mind that he getting ready to go in, because for that crime, you're gonna be in there for the rest of your life, basically. Okay, why are you gonna still be married to this person if he's gonna be in jail all that time? There's nothing.
But she's already divorcing them.
That's what I'm saying.
He's even been found guilty.
He hasn't been found guilty.
Maybe she knows some things things are starting to add up. Like he was disappearing, he was acting funny, and now this is explains things that she might have questioned previously. That he was able to.
They digging into her too. They trying to see if she were if she was a partner with him, because some women have been found to help their man.
Yeah.
to do
She trying to
these
get
kinds
away.
of things.
She trying to distance herself, but it may be too late for you too, lady. All right.
Mm.
So we
Wow.
don't know, but again, bruh going to jail.
Oh
That's
yeah.
even they should look. The jury should convict him on his looks alone. Maybe he didn't do none of
Stop.
that. Okay, but
You know
look at
what?
him. He needs to be in jail.
He
Period.
can't help what he looked like.
Well, he can help what he did though. So, and
Yeah.
that's one thing I do not understand. You know, we got too much of that stuff going on. Killings. What are you killing people for? Right? Settle your differences and move on. You don't have to see this person again if you don't like them. Move on, man.
But
Just move around.
these were streetwalkers that he killed.
And what that mean? So it's okay?
No, he's saying, you were saying like it was his ex-wives or something.
No, I'm saying like period. I'm talking about killing
Oh, okay.
people.
In
Period.
general,
Just back in the day we did this. All right.
Yep.
Do what you do and move on. You really don't have to see these people anymore. If you're mad with somebody and don't want to be around them, don't be around them.
Don't.
But killing them, that's the coward way out. Then you kill
And
yourself.
you know what? I done seen enough movies where people like that there's something that happened in their childhood, and now these type of women trigger something, and they also feel
Okay.
like people don't care about them. But there's a lot of these women families that's been looking for them. They haven't stopped looking for them.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what they were doing in their past, they didn't deserve to die.
Right.
And I agree with that. But who are we? We're just we're just a TV show. We don't know nothing. We see it all, but that's okay. Anyway, that's enough. Okay, let's give some time. Jenny, you got another raffle for yourself again?
I do have another raffle. We are raffling some. We always raffle good items, and I actually have them sitting right here. So that this raffle is a slight bit different than the other two that we had. It was a 2 or 3, I'm not sure, but anyway, it's a little bit different. Whereas each winning number. So basically, what you do, you go to Cash App, $ capital letter DAG lowercase XX and the number 20. You pay the $25 and you choose a number from 1 through 20. When we pull the raffle, and it's a live Facebook Live raffle. When we pull the numbers, the first number that wins gets to choose 2 of 5 gifts. We have a smartwatch. Is that upside down? That's upside down.
Yeah, let me get that.
Smartwatch.
Just let me get that.
We have a portable electric kettle. So you could take this anywhere. You can put your beverage in there. You could brew it. You could you could plug it in, or you can use batteries with it.
Okay.
We also have a 8-piece bath towel set. 8 pieces.
Okay.
8 pieces.
That's the second time you had bath towels. Say y'all trying to clean folks up.
Hey, what's wrong with you? You can never have too many bath towels. I'm sorry. I got so many in my linen closet. And
Me
then
too.
we have this these beautiful whiskey glasses that come in their own case.
Oh, I need that.
In this case, and the glasses, very nice. This is, for the bourbon drinker, scotch. Very nice glasses. Very nice. It's a set of 4. Okay. So once your number is pulled, the first number that wins, you get the choice of 2 of any of these 5 items. 2 out of these 5 items. The next number that's pulled, there's 3 items left. You get 2 of those 3 items that's left. So you could choose any of the 5. 2 out of these 5, any one of them. And then the last number that pulls get the last prize that's left over. So whatever's left, that's what you get. You get that one prize.
Cool.
So,
now we're gonna talk about that a little bit more as we.
Yeah, and the monies that we're raising from the raffle goes towards the Distinguished Authors Guild scholarships. We give scholarships when we have our gala in our show in Vegas, November 8th. We want we will gift a scholarship to deserving individuals. And if we get enough, I'm pushing for 2, 3 scholarships to be given, depending on how well we do with the raffle. But the last 3 years we were able to give 1 scholarship. If we get 2 this year, that's one up from the past 3 years. That'll make me happy. The goal is to give 10 scholarships to 10 deserving students. So it's all for a good cause, and you get nice gifts in return.
Let's get it. Time is for the Distinguished Author Gift is coming up in November, so need to do that now. So we'll be talking about it daily, so you guys will know exactly what's going on. Hey, tomorrow we got Candace Fauché on there. She's from the movie Deadly Bonds. She's been on here before, but she's got some new stuff going on, so we want to talk to her about it. She also is a musician as well. She's a rapper, so she's going to be here tomorrow hanging out with us, all right?
I love her.
Yeah, that's a little sister right there. We have reached out to a lot of people to come on the show, and a lot of people have responded, all right, which tells us that we're doing something right. We're not just sitting here just breathing, okay, letting the air out of our lungs. We're doing something right, and a lot of people are going to come through. A lot of surprises as well, all right? Shout out to my baby. I never do that, but hey, shout out. I love you. And what is that?
Gina.
I was saying, it's funny. You don't know. I could be talking about my mom.
Boy, I know who you're talking about. Hush up.
My mom is my baby.
True that.
And whoever my baby is, she know who she is anyway. Okay. I mean, they know who they are.
They.
All of them. But yes, Candace will be here tomorrow, hanging out with us. Always a good time with Candace. We got the Life Coach Jeff moment. We got Marcella. We got Gina. Marcella, let's do it the right way. Do your thing. Say something.
People.
Yes.
Before you make a decision to do something that you know can get you in trouble, please think twice and don't do it.
Use common sense.
Please.
Please. I just want to say check on your people, because you don't know what people they with. Check on your people. I know several people that don't speak to their siblings, don't speak to their parents. I don't understand how somebody don't speak to their mother. I just don't. There's no way in the world I would not speak to my mom. People.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They can be gone in the flash of an eye, the blink of an eye. Check on your people. Make sure they're okay. Sometimes they're in situations that you don't know that they're in, and they're afraid. So many times people say, well, why didn't they say something? You never know the circumstances. They may be afraid. They may be threatened. You never know. Or they may underestimate the individual. Check on them. Make sure they're okay.
I mean, I wanted to reiterate something that I put out there today about being not being perfect, but reinventing yourself, basically. And I just want to say, you got to. A lot of people say that they're a work in progress. All right, but again, that's just like the 3 words "I love you." Okay, sometimes people say I'm a work in progress as an excuse. Okay, unless you're progressively working to make yourself better. All right, you got to do something. You're creating action, okay? And it's not easy, but if you do the work, you'd be surprised at who you can be. You know what I'm saying? We're all still learning. We're all still growing. But and I always call myself a work in progress because I know I still make mistakes. But if you learn from those mistakes and continue to progress as opposed to regress, then you'll be better. And you'll understand that there's a better person inside of you that's dying to get out. You can't block it. You got to do the work. You got to put the work in to be the person that you want to be. And if you don't do that, then don't be surprised that people aren't going to respond to you positively. Sometimes you need that change. You got to change yourself before you can help anybody else. Be the best person that you can be out there, and stop criticizing others. We talk on the show all the time. And we put the disclaimer out. What we do is we entertain. We give everyone an opportunity. We have a platform where everyone can come in here and talk about themselves. And we put it out there that we're celebrating you. We want to celebrate your journey. We want to celebrate things that you are doing that are great. We all got to go through something to get to something. Right now, we went through an hour so we can get some sleep. So tomorrow, again, Candace, she's going to be here talking about everything she's doing now. And that's little sis. We love her, and we're going to have a great time with her. Is that it, though?
Say that again.
I said, is that it? Then I said, y'all.
Oh, you froze. We didn't.
Yeah, I'm like, what was that? I'm like,
You sitting there like.
I didn't freeze. I just stood. I was just standing there waiting on you guys to respond. But that's okay.
Speak English.
We
Right.
That was like, ooh,
speak English, Marcy.
por favor.
All right. This ain't gonna be one of them joke shows. We're gonna end it right. Okay, it's Dope Living TV Live. We're gonna get out of here. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Candace will be here. Peace out.